Hello, my friends. Thanks for coming. As you know, we are a glint of the internal, holding a point of focus, participating in the expansion and expression of all that is. And when all of the expressions are complete in a certain manifesting level, then we move on to other manifesting levels. But what are the mechanics of this? For us as individuals, my guides and angels have talked about the spiral of knowledge. Now we know and understand that God is the perfect orchestration of energy, or the perfect harmony of frequencies. And that what comes forth from God, or is born from God, are these enormous spheres called beings. And we can think of these beings as our oversoul, where individuation takes place and our being carries the God-given purpose for any fragment or fractal or wave of energy that leaves being and moves into a manifesting area. And of course, for us, this is Earth. So as being intent moves through many energy levels, which my angels and guides have described to me, and I'm working very hard at understanding so I can pass them on to you. It does so in a spiral, and the spiral from being through these different types of energy toward a manifesting location is a movement inward. Manifestation is not descent into matter. We don't descend into matter. We move inward toward possibilities of expressing our God-given intent as individuals, having made a species choice along the way. And of course, as you know, humans are the only species here that has the ability to both create and destroy. How that plays into the choices we make determines how we move either up or downward on the spiral of knowledge. Now, when we came down through all these energy levels, it was a process of forgetting. So here, wherever you are in your present, wherever I am in my present, it's really a matter of seeking to remember. And seeking to remember is seeking knowledge on any level, whether it's science, religion, creativity, metaphysically, knowledge of the earth, geology, I mean, astronomy, any seeking of knowledge moves an individual consciousness higher on the spiral and or outward. Again, there's no judgment. So sometimes these words sound like judgment, but there's only inward and outward. So as we seek knowledge, what happens is we have more choices. And the higher or more expanded we get in the spiral, the more choices we see, even to express our God-given intent as a human in the earth type realities in this location. Actually, earth is more a location than in this context. So what happens to people who are not trying to do their best, who are not living with the integrity of form as a human, who are choosing activities that are fear-based and destructive, both to themselves others, the planet, the other species here, what happens is their choices become limited. Really, it's the pursuit of ignorance as opposed to the pursuit of knowledge. And we're free to do that. Where the oak trees and the grasses and the flowers don't have that choice. They simply express their God-given intent with the integrity of their form. But we have this choice. And so we see self-destructiveness. We see the destruction that's going on in our country right now, the brutality, the cruelty that is so difficult to live with for us now. Again, there's no judgment. There are no rules. All of this is allowed. It is permitted because it is the expansion and evolution of all that is. When individual energies or individualized energies, however, practice fear-based, destructive choices, what happens is their knowledge base shrinks. So particularly when they leave their body, when they leave physical, and even while they're in physical, with a narrowed knowledge base comes narrowed choices. They don't have the expanded, light-filled, joyous choices available to them. They just don't know about them. And I think this is what the religions were talking about with sin and grace. I think there is a truth to this. But again, it's without judgment. There's no one that judges us besides ourselves. There's cause and effect. Our actions either expand our choices or narrow our choices. And I just wanted to pop on and express that today. And until I see you again, please be well and please be blessed. Thanks for coming.